Welcome to another edition of Sticks-n-Stonez. I am your host, Brent Elrod, coming to you from the lovely fall confines here on the patio at the No Shoes Bar and Grill, deep in the heart of the Republic of Texas. It is an awesome fall day here. The leaves have turned. There's not a lot of trees that have brilliant color to them here in Texas, but the ones that do, boy, they sure make up for all the other ones. And I need to get out and pick some of these leaves so I can go find exactly what these are. I know about the maples. You know, maples just turn a beautiful color in fall, whether you have the scarlet maple or the yellow maple or bright orange maple or whatever. They're beautiful colors. But there's also some much larger trees that are not oaks that I can't quite see the leaves well enough to figure out exactly what they are. And I may be a country boy, but I'm not country boy enough to be able to tell you what a tree is by the bark. I do know some people that can do that, but I mean, I can tell you, you know, like if moss grows on the north side of a tree, the moss grows on the north side of a tree, so find the moss and that's north, but that didn't always happen. My grandmother was one of those big people like that. She would tell you stuff like, if the birds hover low to the ground, there's going to be falling weather. Like, what are you talking about? Is the sky going to be falling? No. Like you drive by the birds and they're like down on the edge of the highway and they fly up and then come right back down. It's going to rain or snow within like a day or two. And she was usually right. Ants will cover the hole to their anthill. They'll shut the door if it's going to rain. I guess that's what we all do, right? Keep the doors and windows closed when it's raining. You don't want to get wet in the house. So ants do that too. Anyway, I'm getting way off topic here. I have a wonderful show for you today. I am pairing, I guess you could maybe consider this one of the ultimate cigar experiences. In this captivating video, I'm going to let you join me in this exquisite combination of the robust Camacho Triple Maduro black label, I guess you could say. A lot of people just go by the colors of the label, with the prestigious George Dickel Barrel Select. I think it is going to be a great matchup, so stay tuned and prepare to embark on a sensory journey like no other, where the rich flavors and expert craftsmanship collide to create an unforgettable experience. Am I building this up enough? I'm trying to. I'll say it again. I think it's going to be a great pairing. And so right after this, we are going to pop the cork, cut the stick, and get to toasting. Now, Camacho is a very well-known name in the cigar world. I'd say it's probably one of the top well-known brands on the planet. And they are known for making some very, very great cigars. I'm excited about this cigar and kind of emerging out of the Honduran boom, the cigar boom in the 1990s. Aficionados kind of became aware of Camacho, and they were known for their spicy, full-bodied taste and their budget-friendly price, which is very important. In 2008, brand president and founding family member Christian Eiroa, E-I-R-O-A, you may recognize that name, sold the company to the Swiss-based Davidoff of Geneva. The folks at Davidoff spent a treasure chest on a new Honduran factory that they call Camp Camacho. And kind of the rest is history. They have really taken off and are doing very well across the globe. Now, this particular cigar is a Robusto 5x50 on the ring gauge. Visually, as you can see if you're watching on the live stream, it is a very dark chocolate brown. It has tight but visible seams, minimal veining, and the veining it has is very faint. There's no really pronounced veining on these leaves. And it has a rather large double cap. The filler and binder on this particular stick is Dominican, Honduran, and Brazilian Maduro blends. And the wrapper is, as so many of my cigars here lately have been, a beautiful San Andres Maduro from Mexico. I love the San Andres leaves. Now, on the nose, I get some notes of kind of like hickory wood, some kind of salty, dark chocolate. You know how some of the chocolates come with salt on it, and so you're getting kind of that salty chocolate aroma in your nose as you're eating it. It's kind of that same thing. Sometimes I struggle to really try and visualize this stuff for you. And I'm also getting some like some spicy, like black pepper. All right, let's give it a cut here. I am going to use my Cassetti multi-cutter on the V set, or V cut, kind of my traditional cut. I think everybody has their own cut that they're, you know, really partial to. Another great cut there too, brought to you by the folks over at Cassetti. Now on the cold draw. I'm getting an earthiness and something along the lines of plums, of stone fruit. And I'm also getting a little bit of black pepper on the draw. Now, on to George Dickel Barrel Select. This is a Tennessee whiskey, and I can honestly say I have never had George Dickel in my life, at least that I remember. There could be some late nights where things got a little fuzzy, but to my knowledge, I have never tried George Dickel, and this is one of their higher levels, so I'm hoping I'm starting out with a really big boom. Now, it is a beautiful bottle. For those of you watching on the live stream, you can see that that is a beautiful bottle. It is 43% alcohol by volume, so it's 86 proof. It's aged 10 to 12 years. The mash bill is 84% corn, so I'm expecting it to be pretty sweet. And then it's the rest of it is 8% rye, so it may have a little touch of spice to it, and 8% malted barley. It goes for $35, $40 for a fifth, and the distiller, of course, is George Dickel. Now, let's put a little in a glass and see what it looks like. Beautiful, beautiful cork pop. Love those cork pops like that. If there are any distillers that are listening in and your brand uses a screw-on cap, shame on you. There is a lot of joy that comes out of a very nice, I'm telling you, I love to hear the cork pop on a bottle. Now, as those of you on the live stream can see, this is a really beautiful kind of light golden caramel, light caramel color with maybe some tinges of yellow in it. It's got decent legs to it. On the nose. It's now the 86 proof. You expect it to be a little on the weaker side as opposed to being a roundhouse punch. But this does come in a little weak on the nose, but round and sweet. It kind of starts off with some caramel and milli vanilli, some vanilla, and maybe some toffee, and then a little corn. Now, when you kind of, I don't know, sift through the corn husks in the glass, you pick up maybe something along the lines of some sweet, like saltwater taffy, some cherries. There's a lot going on in this glass. I mean, every time I put my nose in it, it's coming out with something different. And some hints of butterscotch and oak. I'm really kind of getting excited about this. All right, I can't wait any longer. Here we go. Be gentle on me. That is really good, and I'll tell you that the nose might be a little on the weaker side, but it makes up for it in the flavor. I mean, it just bursts into your mouth. There's no waiting around. It doesn't build up speed. It goes from 0 to 60 in about 1.2 seconds. The caramel kind of starts us out, but then the corn comes rolling in pretty quick behind it, and kind of in amidst all of this corn and caramel, you're also picking up some notes of vanilla and oak and a little bit of clove, and then you're picking up a little bit of that rye spice, and there's kind of a strange, like fennel-like spice that's kind of milling about in the background, and that's kind of playing tag with some mint. There's also just a touch of mint in there. Not any really particular mint like spearmint, peppermint, whatever, but it's just kind of a minty, I don't know, a little minty burn, I guess. This is probably one of the best whiskeys I have tried in a while. And I mean, I've tried some good ones. I've had some really good matchups here lately. Wow. That is just wonderful. I don't know. I mean, I'm almost at a loss for words. So let's just go ahead and move on before I completely make a fool of myself stammering around. Now, the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is kind of soft and creamy, but there's also kind of a refined aspect to it. It's not a real coaty kind of oily finish or oily mouthfeel, but it does let the flavor linger in your mouth, and that leads you to the finish, and the finish is really long and very satisfying. Kind of starts out with some real hefty notes of caramel and vanilla, and then it kind of fades into a more of like a cinnamon with a touch of corn and oak in there, possibly the oak being a little bit of charred oak. I don't know why I've never tried this before. This is a really, really great spirit. I'm gonna go ahead and get this stick fired up. But I'm gonna, because the band, I almost dropped it. Those of you on live stream can see how large the band is compared to the stick. Because the band is so wide on it, I'm gonna go ahead and take the band off before I light it, because I will not smoke it very far before it would have to come off anyway. So let's go ahead and remedy that right away. All right, I'm using my trusty Rocky Patel 5 torch, the Envoy. Love this lighter. I use it, well, basically I think every time I smoke a cigar, whether I am recording or not. You can find a link to it in the description of this podcast, this episode, once the audio posts a little later in the week, because you definitely should get you one of those. I love it. Every time I go to the cigar shop, it's in my pocket. Every time I come out here to record, it's on the table. I think those of you on live stream could probably tell there was a really large amount of smoke coming off the stick at the light. I'm getting it's some really full-bodied notes of like dark chocolate and espresso, and some hints of earthiness. It's complex, but it's got this smooth character about it that just, I don't know, it's just kind of enticing. Let's try them together. Oh yeah, the stick just perfectly complements the bold and complex flavors in this George Dickel Barrel Select. The whiskey is just outstanding, and there's between the two here we've got just a symphony of flavors going with caramel and vanilla and some spice, and then it's just kind of this beautiful harmonious blend of flavors like you would get in a really good symphony, a really good piece of music. You know, I mean, I'm a country boy, and I listen to country music, and hey, all of this. I love Kenny Chesney and everything. Love the beach music, but I do appreciate classical music as well. So as this George Dickel is, I am very complex. So. Yeah, I think this was just and I wasn't. I mean, I go into these pairings thinking that it's going to be good, and sometimes it's a letdown, but not this one. Oh no, these two are wonderful together. Whether you are a seasoned aficionado or whether you just are kind of a curious newcomer to cigars and whiskey, these two are definitely a good choice. The George Dickel is not overpowering. It's 86 proof. It's very easy drinking, and the cigar the same. It has bold flavors, but it's not like an ass kicker, if I can say that on here. Anyway, it's not going to knock you down with nicotine. Now, don't go trying to suck it down like you're smoking a Marlboro. There's my PSA for the day, my public service announcement. Don't try to smoke a cigar like you're smoking a Marlboro Light. Definitely don't want to do that. If you're a newcomer, don't do that. That will end badly for you. All right. Well, my senses are captivated, and I don't really. I'm just like, I'm afraid if I keep talking, I'm just going to make a fool of myself, which does happen from time to time. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to burn this stick down to the halfway mark, and then I will come back and give you an update. Hey, Stoners, I am back. We have made it to the halfway mark, and just as I let the live streamers go a few minutes ago, I had a good 1.5 inches of ash built up here, and it fell off right onto my audio board and into my lap. Sorry, I had to trying to get some ash off the microphone here, so yeah, I'm glad that wasn't on camera, because I cussed up a storm. Like I was afraid the ash would get into my soundboard and mess it up. But hey, if you weren't on the live stream, I know I'm kind of last minute. I did actually give about 45 minutes or an hour's notice on this one. I typically do these episodes, record them on Saturday or Sunday, and sometimes I just have to kind of jump in. You might hear a little bit of criminal music in the background. You know, that's something else that's kind of new. But I'm trying to make it low enough that the big brothers don't like flag me for something, you know. It's just because you hear me talking, I don't hear anything. I don't have anybody talking to me. So I need something in the background to listen to, because I'm sitting here puffing a cigar and having a drink, and you know, what do you do when you sit out back and smoke a cigar and have a drink? You like to, listen to the radio or watch college TV or college football on TV or something like that. But that's not why you're here. You're here to learn about this cigar. And let me tell you, let me finish the thought I had first. If you're not watching the live streams, you need to be, because I'm really trying to step up the, animation and talking, and I have a lot of experiences that I can talk about, and funny stories, but I can't pack it all into a 20 or now 25 minute podcast. But the live streams let me just kind of free talk. So you need to catch me on the live streams is what I'm trying to say. You just know that you have to be flexible, because I don't always have a lot of notice, and a lot of times I forget. Like I did remember about an hour before I started this recording to go and tell people I was going to be doing live streaming. So I hope some folks actually got to see it. And if not, you can watch it on reruns. It'll be out there for a little while on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Those of you on Instagram, I'm sorry. You have to go to YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. I am not the level I need to be for Instagram or something, so I can't do the live stream over there. And I have to up my subscription at the live streaming site, because I can only do 3. Otherwise, I have to pay more. So I'm not there yet. Go see all my ad partners and stuff, and help me out there. That'd be really great. So anyway, back to this particular pairing. Really, the cigar has kind of remained consistent all throughout. It's been a wonderful experience. It's been a lot of chocolate and kind of coffee, espresso kind of flavors and spice. The vanilla and the hints of cinnamon and caramel in the George Dickel have just been pairing wonderfully. I mean, I thought this was going to be a good pairing, but this is turning out to be one of my better pairings. I mean, like right up there with the Rocky Patel 60 and the Dalmore Scotch, that kind of pairing, which like nearly hit 100 on the Whiskey Stones and Matchsticks. So there hasn't been a lot of change in the cigar. I've gotten a little bit of, I don't know, maybe what I would kind of think of as baked apples. And so some of that is a little bit of the spice, the cinnamon maybe coming in from the George Dickel, and I'm getting a little bit of fruitiness. It has just been a wonderful experience thus far, and I'm only about halfway done. So I'm going to go back and enjoy the rest of this, and I will come back and give you my final thoughts. Hey, Stoners, I am back. I have smoked this cigar, the Camacho Triple Maduro, just about down to the point where it's going to burn my fingers. I have, the glass is now empty. I have thoroughly enjoyed this pairing. The rich, earthy notes of the cigar just harmonized beautifully with the smooth sweetness of the George Dickel Barrel Select. It was a match made in heaven. Probably one of the best I've ever done. As you can continue to kind of savor the two together, the combination just becomes more enchanting the farther you get. The chocolate and coffee flavors of the cigar just blended seamlessly with the vanilla and the caramel undertones in the whiskey. if you're one of the big coffee house people, that go to the one with the lady on the cup, you can imagine having a, vanilla or caramel coffee. It's just, and this is not an infused cigar, but the two together just went together so well. It almost leaves me speechless. Each puff and sip took you on a journey of like indulgence and pleasure that you just can't comprehend. Whether you are a seasoned cigar lover, whiskey connoisseur, or you're new to whiskey and cigars, this pairing you will love and it will impress you. I guarantee it. The Camacho Triple Maduro and the George Dickel Barrel Select, they just elevated each other in the experience, just to make it truly, like unforgettable. So next time you're looking for the perfect duo to enjoy in just a moment of like pure relaxation in the chaos that is your life, if yours is like mine, reach for the Camacho Triple Maduro and the George Dickel Barrel Select. They will not disappoint. You will love it. And there is a link to the cigar and a link to the spirit in the description of this show. It will take you directly to Cigars International so you can buy the cigar, and directly to Total Wine so you can buy the spirit. You need to go do it. Definitely. I really, really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I have. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like, subscribe, share, notify, give me some comments. Share. I can't say the word share enough. And let your friends know about me. You can find me pretty much anywhere. So anywhere that they might happen to listen to anything, they can probably find me. I'm on Amazon. You can even find the episodes in the store, Amazon store website, the shopping site or app under Sticks-n-Stonez, Stonez. I'm on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcasts. Google Podcasts is going away the first part of 2024, so won't be there anymore. Nobody will. They're shutting that down. But Amazon Music, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and then all the hosts of smaller platforms. I'm on all of them. I'm on iHeart Sprecher, which is part of, and I use kind of the German Sprecher, even though it's speaker with an R, Sprecher. Sprecher is owned by iHeart, and so it's on iHeart, and Sprecher goes out to a whole host of other places, including YouTube, so you can go and listen to the audio on YouTube. I don't know anybody that doesn't have a YouTube account except for maybe my 13 and 14-year-olds, because we don't let them on social media. We watched the Netflix documentary with them and said, this is why you don't have social media yet. So anyway, that's a whole nother different episode. Go to our website, Sticks-n-Stonez.com, Sticks-N-Stonez.com. You can find links to our Amazon store. You can find links to all of our affiliate advertisers, and you can find the episodes along with I think I've been drinking too much. Blogcast. I'm gonna get it out. I swear I am. Blog posts. I try to post about a little bit of everything, not just cigars and spirits, though that's predominantly what it is. But you can find, I'm a big Texas A&M fan. I'm a Texas A&M alum. So you find stuff about, the Aggie sports stuff and things of that nature. I try to find things that are interesting. My last post was 10 whiskeys that you could buy for the whiskey lover on your Christmas list. It wasn't a top 10. It was just 10 good whiskeys from various genres: bourbon, Texas whiskey, Irish whiskey, Scotch, Japanese whiskey, a little bit of everything, But what it did is it arms you with the information that you need. When you go into the liquor store, you're not just asking the clerk, what should I get this person? And I did that because I know, people buy me whiskey or cigars, or, sometimes they'll just buy me gift cards because they don't know what to get. But this tells you a little bit about each spirit that's on there. All of them are one that I've reviewed. So there are episodes out there on them. And this is my information from actually trying those spirits. And I think that it would be very beneficial to a lot of people out there. I just noticed that there's probably a lot of Christmas music coming in underneath this. I was listening to Christmas music and I forgot to turn it down a lot. I hope the copyright Big Brother people don't get me. I'm sorry if they do. But because this was a great episode, I would hate for them to flag it. Anyway, I would give this cigar and this spirit, I would give both of them a 95. I mean, I was thoroughly impressed with both. Never had the cigar before other than my test smoke. Never had the spirit before. And I could not be happier with the way it turned out. So, go see our affiliate sponsors. You can find, like I said, on the website, you can find links to all of them. You'll see me post stuff pretty consistently. I'm actually wearing my Freedom Fatigues Come and Take It Gonzalez Cannon shirt today. Pardon me. I just like with the whiskey list, I don't promote them if I haven't used them. And I love everybody that's on there. Caliber Coffee, Freedom Fatigues, those are both veteran-owned businesses. Go and support the veteran-owned businesses. Watch for me to post something about them and follow the link. Go buy stuff from them. And these are veterans just like me, and they are scratching around in the world of owning their own business. So definitely need to go and see them. My latest affiliate sponsor, there's going to be more coming up on this later, but I mentioned it yesterday in a live stream. I have inked a deal with a new whiskey here in the U.S. called Keeper's Heart. It is an Irish-American whiskey. So all the great things about Irish whiskey blended with all the great things about American whiskey. There's going to be more coming up on this later because I'm going to be doing some reviews and everything, but just keep watching for it. That's all I can say about that. I just relish every moment I get to spend with you guys. I hope you listen to me again. I've got some great things coming up. Until we get to be together again, keep your sticks dry, your stones cold, and have a great day.